I feel like this knife is really goofy. It looks cool when other people do it, but not me. So I'm gonna change it. I have a ruler. Does that make me look smarter more than creative? You know, like right side, left side brained people. Sometimes I feel like my jokes are too advanced. Not this one, but generally speaking, I feel like sometimes, most of the time. Or maybe I'm just not funny. And that's my laptop. I'm using it as light because the light box was too strong. It was blinding me. It was not fitting the cozy vibe. This is a very impulsive episode. What time is it? It is 2:30 a.m. I was just chilling. And then I was like, here's the thing. The reason I recorded this was I was on my YouTube. Like, I just refreshed my homepage. And then I didn't even read the title. I just saw, like, a thumbnail. I'm going to show it to you right now. It's like, it looked like a podcast episode. And it looked really cozy. So I was like, let me record one. This is a topic that has crossed my mind, I think, yesterday. So it's a fresh topic. I like that. Let's just talk into it. I have not prepared for it in my mind, which I usually do before any video that I record. I usually like make a whole dialogue. I'm a little delusional, so I would go through the whole video in my mind and then I would start recording. This one, no. So we're just gonna go for it. I want to talk about nothing belongs to us. Everything is temporary. And I want to talk about it from my point of view. As a Muslim who knows that this life is temporary, this whole thing, like nothing belongs to us here. I want to talk about it as a Muslim who almost never lived in my own home country and is always moving, if I can dare I say moving. Even my family, I think everyone knows this. I'm Egyptian and then we live in Saudi, and we've been constantly moving in Saudi because of my dad's job, right? Like the whole reason where a lot of families are, like immigrants, or well, not we're not immigrants. I don't know the context of immigrants, because like the connotation for immigrants is like people who leave their countries to go to America, from what I know, like Western countries, and they get like their citizenships there and stuff. I don't know if this is the only like meaning of immigrants, but I would just say residents in a different country. I think that's more suitable. So, yeah, for someone who just moves countries or moves places a lot, the place home. You move houses a lot, and other than just like in the country, now that I'm to college, off to college, I'm constantly moving from Malaysia to Saudi every few months. So it just constantly feels like I'm in this temporary state everywhere I go, and there's nothing that I can really like call home. And like obviously, here's the thing, both are my home, right? Like the home, the period I stay for longer, the place my parents is it my home country where I almost never lived. Not really sure where home is, and that made me realize maybe home is not really here. And we'll get through that. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I want to talk about it from this point of view of someone who is constantly moving. And yeah, it just never felt like anything really belonged to me. And even the things that I would get attached to, I find myself leaving because I have to leave, and maybe I don't have enough weights in my suitcase. So I just realized, like, it just crossed my mind how temporary everything is, and nothing truly belongs to us. Even we don't belong to us. We belong to Allah. So let's just like get into it. Let's just get into it from where we left off, about talking about feeling there's not an actual home. My glasses is really dirty and I cannot see, so let me just proceed without it. I'm gonna be squinting at you guys from time to time because that's what I do without my glasses on. This feeling of never belonging. Whoa, we got too deep too fast. Let's go. Let's slow down. Here's the thing. I never felt um I don't know what's called in English, but we have it in Arabic called intima al-watan. I never felt that because I never stayed in my country. you know? Yeah, I lived in Egypt. I recall for like 2 years when I was really young. So this is not my life story, but this is what I learned from my life story. So let me not like lose plot here. I need to clean my glasses and wear them because I cannot focus without them. Pun intended. This constant changing state of home I'm in made me realize how temporary this is, and I used to be I guess I still am, but I'm like less than before. Someone who gets attached to her things, like her material things. I would put such a high sentimental value to things. Like honestly, I love my bed. Like this bed, I love it. I love my pillows on it. I love my wardrobe. I guess I'm just a girl, but like moving to Malaysia, this time because it's my first time moving alone, I guess, without my parents. So, look, I didn't take a lot of my stuff. Actually, most of my stuff. I just took like I barely took anything really this time. So, like when I was there, I just realized that I can live without these things. As a matter of fact, I never needed them. And all these material things that we keep on having, all these trinkets that I save from my memories, of course, they're nice and cute and whimsy. But then again, I have to remind myself that not to get attached to them because they're not really real and they don't really belong to me. Yeah, yeah, I got to remember that those material things that I give so much value to are worthless at the very end. Because what are they gonna do to me when I'm in my grave? In my grave, I'm gonna be alone. Not the gold I own, not the, what? Not the friends I made, not the books I read, not the things I bought, not the money I collected. Nothing will be with me in my grave other than my deeds and what I did, right or wrong. Hopefully, not wrong. Hopefully, just what I did right. Hopefully, that outweighs the wrongs. So, it's such a deep topic. Like, I feel like I'm shameless when I'm talking about it right now at 2 a.m. without preparing enough for it because it's so important. It's such an important topic for Muslims to be aware of and to know, like, and to constantly be aware of, to constantly know that this is temporary, that this does not matter. None of this is real. We're all gonna die. One thing I forgot to mention is, well, first of all, we are weeks ahead from filming that, or days. But I have an extra thing to add on, which is this mindset shift also changed how I deal with people now. It's now so easy to forgive and forget and to let things pass because when you get to realize that this is temporary, everyone in your life is temporary, you're temporary in their life, everyone just like passing by, the people that you know and the people that you don't know. So now, like when I'm dealing with people, I think I'm much more easygoing, and like, let it pass, bro. Let it pass. Like when someone is driving their car and they cut you in line, it's never was that deep. They're not gonna go to heaven before me. It's fine. When I'm at the store, I'm smiling to the people. I'm trying to be more nice. I'm just trying to collect Jenna points. Yeah, and like with people that I do know, I'm just now like learning that I cannot be too attached to them because this is life. But yeah, this is a really important thing that I had to mention because the way people treat each other is a really important thing. It's a really important value in Islam about goodness to people and goodness to each other. So that mindset makes you, I mean it made me better with two people. So yeah, just a nice thought to add on. One thing I've started to detach from is my YouTube channel. And ironically so, I feel like the way that could be the only way I actually start to grow my audience because, this whole thing it's a Western mentality of like, you don't chase, you attract. But instead of that, I just think that I, for me, instead of believing that way, I chose to look at it from an Islamic point of view of what's meant for you will find you. You know, fate, what's has been written for you is gonna come for you. What has not been written for you is not yours to begin with. So when you have that understanding and that comfort, you just can chill. You're just gonna do what you gotta do. تاخد بالأسباب اسمه. So it's called الأخذ بالأسباب in Arabic, just like making the effort, and then the rest is for Allah. What's yours will come, what's not will not. And there's so much comfort in that. So me detaching from YouTube is, I feel like, brings me so much comfort into making videos now. I've stopped for a while. I know I said I'm gonna do so many vlogs in Malaysia, and I also said that I was not gonna film as much and try to enjoy the moments in the very first vlog of my university in Malaysia. And although I said those two contradicting things, I'm doing the latter, which is I'm just trying to enjoy my time. I did record, sorry for shaking the cam, but I do record everything. It's just that whenever I'm recording, I feel like I'm always putting myself in this stressful situation of having to record good content for the video and then not being able to enjoy the real life or connect with the people. At the end of the day, I never post anyways, even when I film. I don't post it. So I was like, okay, then stop worrying about something I won't even post or just not record. I'm just gonna pick a few videos for my memories. That's it. This is why it was not enjoyable for me to make vlogs or like YouTube videos anymore, because I was not really making them to enjoy them. I was just making, like, putting enough effort for YouTube just to have uploaded something. Then what's the point of that? What's the point of, like, as a creative, what's the point of that? Because I want to create something that brings me joy. This right here is something I'm enjoying as I'm doing right now. I'm really enjoying talking to the camera. I love talking to the camera, don't get me wrong. I do really like vlogging, but when I'm vlogging with the intent of putting it on YouTube, I don't feel like I'm enjoying it as much. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to do some self reflection on that. Yeah, there's just like so much podcast episodes or topics overdue in my head. Like, there's so many things I've been wanting to talk about for the past 3 months, ever since I moved to Malaysia for university. And like, there's all these new things that have come to light in my eyes, that I've discovered, that I've been aware of. There's so many things I want to talk about, so many things I learned, so many things that I reflected on. We're gonna have to do more episodes. I would love some encouragement. So, this is it for this. Not vlog, sorry. I'm used to saying vlog. This is it for this episode of podcast Yappa Yappa Yappa, where I yap about meaningful things. So, is it really yapping, or is it revelations of the thoughts? Thank you for listening. If you did, I don't know who did, honestly. Not me. I hope this made Muslims, like, have this idea of, or like, fact that this is temporary, resurface again on their head and stay on the surface. And if you're not Muslim, then I hope this made sense to you and I hope you like the idea of it, and then maybe step by step you grow to like Islam even more and more every day, and we'll see where that leads you. But stay loving and hopeful and faithful. Until the next time, stay tuned. I don't post often, but with enough encouragement, trust me, I'm easy and gullible. With enough encouragement, I will be posting more. So encourage me, please. Thank you.